Hello, welcome. We are going to look at how to evaluate this expression. What this simply means is that we are going to add the sum of values which is evaluated under this expression, starting from k equals to 1 up to k equals to 6. So here the symbol here means summation. So simply we are going to add the values that we obtain when we substitute the k values into this expression, and after that we add all the values. But we need to understand what k factorial means, what this k factorial means. Here, k factorial, if you say k factorial, it means you are taking k multiplied by k multiplied by k minus 1 multiplied by k minus 2 down to 1. That's what the k factorial means. So therefore, if you have sigma of minus 1 raised to the power k multiplied by k factorial, and we have k running from 1 to 6, meaning that we are going to use the k value starting from 1 and substitute it in this expression and get the value that corresponds to that. So for k equals to 1, what this simply implies is that we are going to have 1, that's minus 1 raised to the power 1, because k equals 1 here, multiplied by 1 factorial. So this will be equals to negative 1 raised to the power 1 will give us negative 1, multiplied by 1 factorial 2 will also give us 1. So negative 1 times 1 will give us minus 1. For k equals to 2, what this one implies is that in this expression we will have minus 1 raised to the power 2 multiplied by 2 factorial. So this will give us minus 1 squared will give us positive 1, multiplied by 2 factorial means 2 times 1. So that will give us 1 times 2, because 2 times 1 will give us 2. So this will give us 2 as an answer. Now for k equals to 3, it implies that minus 1, we have minus 1 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 3 factorial. So this will give us 1, that's minus 1 to the power 3 will give us negative 1, multiplied by 3 factorial will give us 3 times 2 times 1 equals 2. So let's multiply here. Minus 1 times 3 times 2 times 1, this will give us minus 6. Let's look at a situation where k is equals to 4. So this implies minus 1 raised to the power 4 multiplied by 4 factorial. So this will give us minus 1 to the power 4 will give us positive 1, multiplied by 4 factorial, which is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So let's multiply. So 1 times 4 will give us 4, 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 2 will give us 24 times 1, and that also give us 24. So let's look at where k is equals to 5. This implies we have minus 1 raised to the power 5 multiplied by 5 factorial. So this will give us minus 1 to the power 5 will give us negative 1, multiplied by 5 factorial will give us 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So that will give us Minus 1 times 5 will give us minus 5 times 4, minus 20 times 3, minus 60 times 2, minus 120. So this will give us minus 120. So let's look at where k is equals to 6. So this implies minus 1 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 6 factorial. So this will give us minus 1 raised to the power minus positive 6. Because the exponent is even number, it will also give us 1. Multiplied by 6 factorial, which is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So if we multiply all these 1, 6 times 5, that's 30. 30 times 4 give us 120. 30 times 4 give us 120, and 120 times 3 will give us 360. 360 times 2 give us 720 times 1, and that also give us 720. Right. So we have reached 6, so we stop there. So therefore, the sum of minus 1 raised to the power k against k factorial multiplied by k factorial, and k is running from 1 to positive 6, will simply means that we add the result. So let's go up. Here, when k equals to 1, we have, when k equals to 1, we have minus 1 plus, when k equals to 2, we have positive 2, we have positive 2, when k equals to 3, we have minus 6, so we are adding, plus, when k equals to 4, we have positive 24, plus, when k equals to 5, we have minus 120, plus, when k equals to 6, we have positive 720. So if you add all this one, minus 1 plus 2 plus minus 6 plus 24 plus minus 120 plus 720, then we have 619. So this is the sum for this expression. So therefore, the value that we're going to obtain when we evaluate minus 1 raised to the power k multiplied by k factorial, and k is running from 1 to what, 6, the answer will give us 619, and that is the solution to this question. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Please, if you enjoyed this video, do well to subscribe if you haven't done it. Bye bye.